Kailash.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, area directors, and guests. Welcome to Toastmasters Club of Pune and Toastmasters Club of Pune South's International Speech and Table Topics Contest. I am Chief Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Kailash Pune, and welcome you to this online contest. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now, let me announce some rules that need to be respected during the contest. All attendees must mute their audio at all times unless instructed otherwise by the contest chair. Do not share your screen unless asked by the host. For the duration of the contest, please turn off your video and keep audio on mute. The contestants to follow the rules explained during the briefing. In case your video is allowed to be on and the contest is in progress, kindly refrain from movements that distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off your video before doing so. Once the contest chair starts the contest, this virtual meeting room will be locked and the waiting room shall be enabled. You will be able to leave but will be admitted to the meeting room only during the minute of silence. All the contest officials are required to follow only the suggested naming convention that has been shared prior to the contest itself. Please note that for the smooth functioning of the contest, the chat window has been disabled for non-hosts. Now, let us welcome the presiding officer. Our presiding officer is someone who has been a member of the Toastmasters from the last 27 years. He has served in varied capacities from the Sergeant at Arms to the President at the club level and area governor to the district governor at the district level. He was a champion speaker himself and later on has served as the judge at the highest level. Please help me in welcoming the presiding officer, distinguished Toastmasters, Prasad Sovani.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms Kailash. Good evening, friends, and welcome to this exciting part of Toastmasters year, speech contests. So many of us look forward to this. Many members join Toastmasters because they want to contest. So here it is. Today is the day of reckoning for some of you. Some of you would become champions at the end of the day and would carry a trophy or a certificate back home. Plus, you will be also eligible to represent your club at the next level, which is the area level. I first participated in contest way back in 1995 and I have enjoyed it since then. Although I was not eligible to be a contestant when I was a district officer, I again contested after that. And I found out that when you contest, you enjoy the spirit of contesting. You enjoy the camaraderie amongst other contestants. You enjoy the thrill of getting there on the stage, or currently in case of Zoom, getting online and giving your speech and learning something from that speech as well as learning from other contestants. So in my opinion, everyone who participates in a contest is a champion, is a winner. Whether you are placed first at the end of the day, second or third at the end of the day, doesn't matter. The fact that you took efforts to prepare your speech and have the courage to participate in a contest makes you a winner. Similarly, let us not forget the very important part, the roles players play in a contest. We have Sergeant at Arms. Some of them even miss part of the contest. They are, I think, in a way, bigger contributors. Judges who are never known to others, they are the biggest contributors to this contest because they contribute, but they are never given credit. Similarly, Sergeant at Arms contribute, seldom recognized to that extent. And then there are others such as timers, tally counters, contest chairs, and so on. So friends, all these people contribute in some way or the other for the event. Last couple of years, we have had a new role called Zoom Master, and even they have to contribute to some extent. I urge all of you to look at the sincerity of the contest and not play any pranks on anyone, nor do anything silly, because it doesn't help anyone. So we are going to disable chat. We have already disabled chat, and we are also going to stop you from unmuting yourself. So when it's your turn to speak during a contest, only then you will be unmuted and you will be able to speak. This is necessary to maintain the sanctity of the contest. With your permission, I will do that now. Okay, you cannot unmute yourself unless asked to. I now hand over back to Toastmaster, to the contest chair for this event, Toastmaster Nandan.
Thank you very much, Chief Judge, distinguished Toastmaster, Mr. Prasad Soni. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. The International Speech Contest is the only contest that goes beyond the district to the region for the quarterfinal, semi-final, and it goes all the way to the finals of the World Championship of the Public Speaking. The purpose of the speech contest is to provide an opportunity to the speakers to improve their speaking ability, to recognize the individual Toastmasters as an encouragement tool, and to provide an opportunity for all Toastmasters to learn by observing the speakers who have benefited from the Toastmasters training. We have 4 contestants today. I confirm all contestants are eligible and have been briefed about the rules, timings, and display of the timing signals. The Chief Judge has been given all the reports and the forms, and he has confirmed that contest officials have been briefed. Each contestant will deliver a speech within the time limit of 5 to 7 minutes. After each contestant has spoken, the minute of silence will be observed for the judges to mark their ballots. After the last contestant has spoken, 3 minutes of silence shall be observed for the judges to finalize their ballot and hand over the ballot to the tally counter. The speaking order was determined by the random selection process during the briefing, which has been shared with the contest officials. As mentioned by the Chief Sergeant at Arms, may I remind you to keep your audio on mute and the video turned off throughout the contest. Chief Judge, distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Soni, please confirm that all contest officials are in the room and we may begin the contest, please.
I'll have to ask Rabin, since he was the one who was handling this particular part. Rabin, are all the judges in the room?
I'll just check. Yeah, all of
Okay. Okay. I would like to remind all the judges to send their ballot, their report of ranking of number 1, 2, and 3 to me and only me, and we will go in the breakout room with other tally counters and count. Okay. So send it to only one person, that is me, for this contest. For the next contest, send it to the respective chief judges. Nandan, you can proceed.
Yeah, thank you. Also, any contestant would like to go to a breakout room?
No, no, I don't think that is necessary for this contest.
Yeah. So, would the Chief Sergeant of Arms would like to check whether the list of contestants, except for the first contestant, Autade, are present? So the contestant Sandeep Mohanty is the first contestant. Shall I announce his name? Is there in the room?
Yes, I can see Sandeep Mohanty in the room.
Okay, if all
Yeah.
the contestants are in, we can lock the room.
All right, so I'll proceed ahead with permission of
Nandan,
Chief Judge. Yes.
Can you please confirm all contestants are in the room, main room? You have 4 contestants. Sandeep Kumar Mohanty is there already.
Sandeep Kumar Mohanty is there.
Maybe they can raise their hands for the convenience of the
And
contestant.
have they not followed naming convention? ISC1, ISC2, ISC3, ISC4. Ashi has raised her hand.
Yeah, she is there. Shashank.
Because once we lock the room, they will not be able to enter.
Actually, I'm only able to see Mr. Mohanty and Ashi here. But other two contestants,
Shashank is also present.
Shashank is there. And then the fourth one needs to be here.
Who is that? Is it Toral?
Yeah, Toral, Miss Toral Parekh. I cannot see her in this room, which we should bring her into this room.
Okay, I have enabled unmuting. So if Toral is there, please unmute yourself and declare that you are here, Toral. Okay, I think Toral is not here. We'll have to,
Good evening, Chief Judges Prasad sir. So
Mhm.
sir, here I think Toral will join at 5 o'clock. She said.
No, is she a contestant in this contest? ISC?
Yeah, she is a contestant for ISC.
Then
Also, she is
cannot join us.
contestant for.
She cannot join at 5. The timings
Sir,
are
sir.
declared already.
Prasad sir,
Hmm.
sorry to interrupt this, Shashank here.
Yeah,
She
yeah.
won't be joining at 5. She said to me, once my speech is done, she is going to join because she is in the class right now.
No, but she has not asked us for this. It's not allowed. She cannot declare her intent to anyone else.
Okay, sir, I will call her.
The rule says once the contest chair begins the contest, nobody is allowed. Okay, so if she has to come in, she has to come in next 60 seconds. Otherwise, she is disqualified.
Request Sandeep Kumar Mohanty to rename himself according to the convention.
Timer, please start time.
I
And let us
will.
know.
Yes, sir, started.
Yeah, I will first confirm with the contestant number 1, that is Sandeep Kumar Mohanty. Kindly confirm if you can see the timer 1, Mr. Sandeep Kumar Mohanty.
And we can highlight.
Timer
Sir.
1.
Spotlight. We can
Sir,
spotlight the
Toastmaster-
contest.
Sir, Toastmaster Toral is joining.
Okay.
She just conveyed. She had some challenges. She's joining. Kindly allow.
Yes, I see timer. Yes, Anand.
Okay, yeah. So
No, wait,
check
wait.
your.
Please wait. Let Toral join.
All
We have
right.
given her 1 minute. Timer, please start time for Toral. If she doesn't join within next 1 minute, we'll have to start the contest without her. It cannot be an endless wait.
Chief Judge, 1 minute wait is over.
Okay. I think we'll have to start the contest now without Toral. In that case.
All right, so with the permission of judge, we go ahead in the contest.
Chief Judge Toral is in the waiting room. Shall
Okay.
I admit her?
Admit her. Admit her. Just in the nick of
Wonderful.
time.
Please
Okay.
admit her.
So now can I lock the room, please?
Yes, please.
Okay, so with the permission of Chief Judge, we will go ahead on the contest. Please spotlight contestant number 1, Mr. Mohanty.
Am I audible? Am I visible?
Mr. Mohanty, I will check your audio and video. Please repeat after me the sentence what I am saying. If you believe you can, then you will.
If you believe you can, then you will.
Thank you. You are audible and visible. So, Toastmaster Sandeep Mohanty, dreamer Sandeep Mohanty.
Today, I'll take you way back to the year 2005, when I was young, charming, 28 years old, dynamic, flamboyant, corporate professional working on the air, earning 5,000 rupees per month. Yes, you heard right, 5,000 rupees per month. I lived in a metro city, Chennai. My father was working at Tata Steel, one of the big global steel companies. My mother was a housemaker. My little only sister was pursuing master in arts. I beamed with pride for my family and profession. Good evening, honorable chief judges, contest chairs, fellow Toastmasters, and esteemed guests. What could be a dream of a 28 years old young boy? You guessed right. I desired to marry a lovely, beautiful dream girl like Oshurya. My sister read my mind well, and my parents began hunting a dream girl for me. My joy knew no bound. I found my friends and cousins to share my happiness and joy. I traveled 1,500 kilometers from Chennai to my home state, Odisha, to meet my dream girl. Not once, not twice, not thrice, 20 times. Yes, 20 times. What happened? Rejection, rejection, rejection by girls. I felt miserable. Hopelessness, depression became like part and parcel of my life. Fortunately, I had supportive and caring parents and sister who stood by me. I stood on myself and pledged that I will make my dream come true. I published my name on matrimonial sites. Thereafter, there were more girls who showed their interest in me. I remember those numerous sleepless nights, but happy nights, talking to them the whole night. I felt pride for it, and I purchased precious gifts for them after taking my father's money. And all went in vain. One fine day, my father said girls were looking for a boy having a property in Odisha. That was a triggering point for me to purchase a dream property in dream city, Bhubaneswar. And those days, Bhubaneswar was rising city with many eminent personalities. And fortunately, The city was a home for my elder uncle, aunt, few friends, and relatives. One fine day, Raju, trustworthy family friend, phoned me to see a property in Dream City, Bhubaneswar. We all went with a great joy. Wow! We found our dream home. Mind blowing. And we made a token payment of 9 lakhs on the spot. Raju said the paperwork will be completed in 3 days. I could see joy in my parents. My parents felt proud after seeing me a proprietor. Now, no girls could dare to reject me. And I believe that each one of you would have experienced the same joyness with your parents, isn't it? And those 3 days promise became 3 months, 1 year, 3 year, 5 year, and proprietor Sam failed to transfer title to my name. I realized I was duped, but I determined not to spare him. Unfortunately, it was not a walk in the park if you are not a localite to extract your money. And Sam stopped answering my phone call. Literally, I cried many nights. My heart was broken. I felt miserable. There were many sleepless nights. It took a while for me to overcome my mental agony and trauma. And finally, I mustered all courage to face him who devastated my life. Relentlessly, I made effort to trace him and I met him. He and his goons threatened me, said, "Go and file a affair." Thereafter, I decided not to meet him. But how can I forgive him? And constantly, I was talking with my uncle to punish him. And one fine day, my uncle befriended a police officer who listened my harrowing story. He was kind, gracious, and assured me I could see light at the end of the tunnel now. And by God's grace, a miracle happened, and we extracted full money from him. So, friends, today I have a dream home, wife, kids, and dream job. Sometimes life hits you in the head with a brick. Don't lose faith. It's a quote by Steve Jobs. I conclude my speech by saying that it is perfect to be a dreamer, but due diligence is must before you invest your hard-earned money. Thank you, contest chair.
Thank you. We shall now observe a minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots, please. Okay, going ahead, I request to please spotlight contestant number 2, that is Mr. Shashank Singh, please. Mr. Shashank Singh. Mr. Shashank Singh, please confirm if you can see the timer. Yes. Please check. To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. If you believe you can, then you will.
If you believe you can, you will.
Thank you. We can hear you. You're audible as well as visible.
Thank you.
So, Toastmaster Shashank Singh, learn from everything. Learn from everything, Shashank Singh.
Brian Hubbard once said, the capacity to learn is a gift. The ability to learn is a skill. And the willingness to learn is a choice. Our life is full of learning experiences. We learn every day, every minute, every hour, and we learn from everyone. Condition and my fellow learners, I was in 11th grade, 6 feet, 60 kgs, average looking guy with a social anxiety. And I was suffering from a condition called ministrophobia. Yeah, I know a lot of you might be scratching your head, thinking what exactly that is. So, ministrophobia is a condition where people fear approaching other people. And I was unable to concentrate on what I'm doing, and I was struggling in my college days. On the other hand, I had a friend, Lokesh. The way he used to look at his life was totally different. He used to approach a situation, he used to adapt in that situation, he used to concentrate on the things which he's doing, and he never had a fear to approach anyone. And I was totally opposite of him. And sometimes I used to question myself that what does he did differently? And I was unable to figure out any answer for that. Sometimes I thought that I will ask him, but I already created a mental block inside my head that if I approach him, Lokesh, how do you do it? Shashank, I thought you were smart. But look at you. What kind of question you asking me? This was a situation inside my head, and I never approached him because I feared embarrassment. One fine day, I was sitting in the class. I was completing my assignments. And not because I'm very studious, because that assignment carried 20 marks. And a gentleman approached. I was trying my best not to have an eye contact. He was my maths professor. He came to my bench. He said, Shashank, we need to talk. Do you have a minute? And whenever your teacher says these words, all the sins which you have done in the college start flashing in front of your eyes. I was trying to figure out what exactly I did wrong, but yeah, once a day I ate this stuff. Maybe he came for that, but no. But when he opened his mouth, I was shocked. He said, Shashank, I see you're unable to focus on the things. You're struggling with something. Tell me what exactly that is. We are there to help you. And when a teacher tells you something like this, that's a life-changing moment for a student. Sir, I'm having a social anxiety. I'm unable to concentrate on the things which I'm trying to do. I fear talking to other people. And when I see my friend speaking to everyone flawlessly, concentrating on the things and having a good focus, that makes me frustrated. I tried to follow him, but I ended up nowhere. Only thing I gained is less development, more stress. So Shank, your approach is wrong. You shouldn't follow everyone. You should learn from them. And he was right. Because if I was trying to follow a person without knowing what kind of situation he is in, and he was right. Because if I follow that person without knowing the situation and I'm not putting myself in his shoes, I won't know what the situation might be. And I would end up nowhere and just have one thing, regret. Fellow Toastmasters, do you have been in a situation before where you just blindly followed someone without experiencing what exactly situation they are in, but you didn't learn anything? Sir, how do I learn? Shashank, start observing. Start observing. And from that day onward, I started observing people around me. And I learned that my friend was not at a different level. He was at the same level with me, but he accepted himself. He wasn't having fear of rejection, fear of failure. So he never had a hard time speaking to anyone. And if I incorporate those attributes in my life, even I would be as good as he is. I considered myself as an average because I didn't accept myself. I suffered from ministrophobia because I feared rejection, I feared failure. And that, from that instance, I promised myself I will learn from it. My math sir was correct that if you all see, there are so many people all around us, and if we just take that positive attributes in ourselves, trust me, we are going to be a better person. And I've been doing this for past 8 years, and I have seen development in myself. Friends, if you want to create your own path, learn from everyone. Thank you. Understand.
Thank you. We shall now observe a minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots, please. Okay, now we will please spotlight contestant number 3, Ashisikda Upadhyay. Ashi, please confirm if you can see the timer and view the timing signal, please. To check your audio and video, please repeat after me the sentence. If you believe you can, then you will.
Yeah.
We have to unmute.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I will. Yeah.
If you believe you can, then you will.
If you believe you can, then you will.
You are audible and visible. Thank you.
All right.
So we have Toastmaster Ashishinda Upadhyay, Deconstructed Cheesecake. Deconstructed Cheesecake by Ashishinda Upadhyay.
So Ashi, how are you feeling today? Let's say like a deconstructed cheesecake. I'm not quite sure what you're trying to say. Well, more like together but fallen apart, you know, crumbles all over the plate, glaze across the plate. But the cheesecake is somewhere in the middle, so it kind of looks together, but it's really not. So with that analogy, why don't we put you in a mold so you can be a whole cheesecake? You know, the one with the nice glaze on top and rather not onto the plate. I think I'd like that. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and dear guests. Before we dive into what it means to be a deconstructed cheesecake, I would like to address something that is a lot simpler, but mildly complex. If I asked you to dip your finger into boiling hot water, you wouldn't. If I asked a 3-year-old child to do the same, they most probably shouldn't. Especially the ones with the fully developed cognitive abilities, they shouldn't. Any normal person knows how to identify threat. When you see fire, you know you don't put your hand in it. When you know that if you're going too fast, you won't be able to put the brakes and you will crash into somebody. And so on and so forth, we know that this is a threat, this isn't a threat. Do not pet that dog, doesn't look too safe. Do not scream in this moment because it's not going to be great. Do not lean too forward, do not lean too backward, do not run too fast. Don't go down the stairs in such a hurry. All of these things are what you call instinct. But these are not just instinct, but rather triggers inside your brain. There's a chemical reaction and all of that. And there's a neuron path that's developed as you get older, where you learn to identify what is good and what isn't good, what is safe, what isn't safe. It is safe when you feel that you'll be able to speak over here. But it's unsafe all of a sudden if you're standing on top of a stage and you feel like the ground is going to crack and you're going to be swallowed by the earth. But this is a signal that your brain told you to do so. So isn't that feeling real, just as real as the one which you get when you are told by your brain that the fire is not something you want to put your hand into? When we are aware of these simple but complex things that do take place inside of our body, somehow we love to forget and we love to misplace and we love to not put together the simple equation of how mental disorders also work the same way. It's chemical reactions taking place in the wrong time, or it's just misbalanced in the most unimaginable ways. Imagine sitting in a room, absolutely fine, there's nothing over here that can possibly cause you any harm, but your heart is at 143 BPM and it's palpitating and the sweat trickling down your back and your hands are cold and your stomach is all weird and you're feeling nauseated and you forgot to breathe. That sounds like a panic attack. That feels like a panic attack. A panic attack will also tell you that you are under a threat. We experience it while we look at our math exam papers that might seem like it will kill us, or when we're standing on top of a stage, or we're behind a steering wheel and taking our first driving lesson. But sometimes this feeling is triggered when you're doing nothing, when you were thinking about nothing, when you were probably watching a movie, when you were trying to listen to a song that you've heard a million times. It happens more often than you might imagine, to a lot of people than you might think. And it's normalized to the point where it's just, you know, it happens. So what? You'll get over it. You're just thinking too much into it. Just like that, almost 8 months ago, I started to see myself throwing my life completely to the back burner. I left myself under layers of hatred and marinating myself in sadness over things that I couldn't achieve, over things that I couldn't do. I was 23 and I was beating myself up for being 23 and not being enough. And all of this was taking place because there was something that was always lacking inside of me all of these years that had suddenly been triggered. Bipolarity type 2 is a very dangerous disorder simply because it can't be identified. I am too joyful to not have it. I am too happy-go-lucky to not have it. I am too confident to not have it. But here we are, feeling like a deconstructed cheesecake. I look okay, but I don't know if I am. Taking care of your mental health turned out to be like going to the gym. You don't get abs in a day, and nor do you feel fine in a week or two. It's consistent amount of efforts, endlessly, mood stabilizers, neuron blockers, talking to people that I don't want to talk to and trying to talk about what I shouldn't ever get out of my body or so what I felt. But here's what happened. When I started to take care of what was my homework, instead of thinking that maybe mom will understand how I'm doing, maybe my best friend will hear me and understand that this is not how I want to go on or how I want to feel, I decided that I had to help myself. And in this process of trying to escape despair, I found myself at a turning point. I said, let's take smaller challenges. If you're stuttering right now to speak in public, let's try doing something simpler like going to college and talking to a professor. And I did that. And it felt great because they offered me help. They said, we have this opportunity lined up for you. We were just waiting for you to show up. And so I went. Even though I feel all of these things, even now, even the panic attacks don't just disappear out of nowhere. There were these smaller moments that I arranged for myself. I decided to do my homework instead of relying on somebody else. And when I said that I would do this for me, I really decided to take it up. I decided to get back onto the stage, even though I knew my words were slurring. I knew I don't want to be a part of Toastmasters right now because I'm so terrified of being on stage, even though I absolutely love it. And that's exactly what happens when we wish for things to get back into place, when we want to be comfortable, even though we're kind of numb. And a deconstructed little cheesecake decided that she had to do her homework. So she became the glazed strawberry cheesecake that she needed to be. Because at the end of the day, you're the only person who can do that homework. A little bit of assistance does make a lot of difference. Over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you. We shall now observe a minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots, please. So, Toral Parekh, please confirm if you can see the timer and view the timing signal.
Yes, I can see the timer cards.
Good. To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. If you believe you can, then you will.
If you believe you can, you will.
You are audible and visible. Thank you. So Toastmaster, Toral Parekh, the power of sensitivity. The power of sensitivity, Toral Parekh.
I was in a mad hurry. It was already 3:15 p.m. and I had to pick up my daughter from her school at 3:45 p.m. So I had to pick her up from her school at 3:45 and drop her to her singing classes. And today I was going to pack her favorite aloo paratha for her to eat on the way. As I was already getting late, I asked my maid, Shanta Maushi, to prepare the parathas for her. Shanta Maushi prepared the parathas and neatly packed it in the snack box. I quickly picked up the snack box and ran and went into my car and drove down to my daughter's school. And there she was waiting for me. She was very happy to see me and she came and sat beside me in the car. I said, "Hi, sweetie, how was your day today?" And she said, "Oh, we did so much today and I'm so tired today." I said, "See, I brought your favorite aloo parathas for you to eat." And then what she said blew my mind away. She said, "Mommy, did you keep some for Shanta Maushi? Remember, her daughter also loves aloo paratha." Shanta Maushi's daughter and my daughter are of the same age, and so they used to play together sometimes. It did not even cross my mind once to keep some for Shanta Maushi's daughter. I felt extremely ashamed and selfish that I thought only about my daughter, whereas my daughter, who was already tired and hungry, had that sensitivity in her to think about Shanta Maushi's daughter. This incident changed me forever. Contest chair, my dear fellow Toastmasters and dear friends, being sensitive to people and things around us has the power to change lives. It changes the life of the person to whom we are being sensitive to, and more importantly, it changes us. Let me share with you an incident that happened a year ago during one of my online training sessions. So I was marking the attendance during the training session, and I realized that one of my students, Ashish, was answering in a very feeble and a weak voice. During the class also, his participation was a little low, which was not very normal for him. So after the class, I gave him a call to find out what was wrong with him. And he told me that he was diagnosed with type 2 diabetes. He said he received the report in the morning and was feeling very miserable and dejected. He is just 25 years old. I told him, "Ashish, it's not a very big problem." And I gave him a number of one of my friends. I said, "See, Ashish, this is one of my friends, and she has had this condition for the last 10 years, and she's doing pretty fine." I asked him to call her up. Ashish called my friend up, and then he gave me a call. He said he was very grateful to me for having reached out to him. He said that call gave him hope when he was in an absolutely hopeless situation. He said he would always remember me for that. He still keeps in touch with me, calls me up on Teachers' Day, sometimes on Guru Purnima. You know, as a trainer, it was not really important for me to give him a call, right? I could have just finished the training session and moved on to my next session. But because of that incident with my daughter and the change that it had brought in me, I had started paying attention to small things around me. I had started to become a little more sensitive. I immediately understood that something was wrong with Ashish, and I had to call him up. Being sensitive to him gave him hope in a hopeless situation, and it gave me a chance to be a better person, to extend my help to someone. Had I not been sensitive, I would have lost this beautiful chance of helping someone, of touching someone's life. Life can be lived in a very mechanical way. Getting up in the morning, going for a work, coming back from work, going off to sleep. In fact, every other creature around us is doing this, right? What is it that is making our lives more meaningful? It is the ability to touch someone's life in a way which uplifts them. When we can be sensitive to them, when we can love them, when we can appreciate them, when we can empathize with them. And this is possible only when we are sensitive to them. Why only human beings? We can be sensitive to plants, to animals, and to the environment. We will not be able to pluck a flower from a plant if we are sensitive to plants. We will be a little gentler on the environment. We will not go exploiting and polluting it because we'll be sensitive to the delicate balance of nature. Dear Toastmasters, as leaders, it is even more important for us to be sensitive and to pay attention to things around us because we have the power to transform lives through our speeches. It is only when we are sensitive and when we pay attention to small things that we can understand things at a deeper level, when we can develop new perspectives to different things, which we can share in our speeches. Even for life outside Toastmasters, to have good relationships with our family and friends, we need to be sensitive to them. We need to be sensitive to their lives, to their likes, dislikes, their life, their journey in life. I would like to end with a quote by Portland Grace. A sensitive heart can see more. A sensitive heart can know more than a strong heart. Let us learn to pay attention. Let us learn to be sensitive. Thank you. Over to you, Contest Chair.
Thank you. We shall now observe 1 minute silence for the judges to mark their ballots and further 3 minutes silence for finalizing their ballots and hand over to the tally counters, please. I request the Zoom master to please move the chief judge and the tally counters to the breakout room and confirm once it is done, please.
we are through with our work.
Thank you, Chief Judge. We will have a short break of 5 minutes. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen. Toastmaster Dhruv Rajaro will take over now from me, the next. And he will continue with the program, please. With your permission, I will mute myself.
Yeah. Are you there, Dhruv? We have to unmute him. Please raise your hand, Dhruv, if you are here in the room. Kaivalya, do you see Dhruv? No, he's not here. We'll have to proceed without him. Kaivalya, can you take over as essay again for this part? We'll have to unmute him.
Sorry, whom should we unmute?
Kaivalya Gune. And remove spotlight from everyone first, then put again. Because we cannot see otherwise if when spotlight is on, when you have to search for someone.
Okay. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, area directors, and guests. Welcome back to the contest. I am Chief Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Kaivalya Gune, and welcome you again. The next part of the contest is the table topics contest of Toastmasters Club of Pune. The contest chair for the contest is distinguished Toastmaster Mayank Naidu. Let me introduce the contest chair for the benefit of all the members. Our contest chair is a senior business analyst with 16 plus years of experience of working in the IT industry. He has won multiple speech contests and represented his club in the international speech contest and table topics contest up to division level. He has served District 98 as area director, division director, and District 98 marketing manager. He has been awarded with Club Growth Catalyst Award by District 98. He is a TEDx speaker, curator, and the founder member of Community Club, Toastmasters Club of Pune South. Let us welcome none other than distinguished Toastmaster Mayank Naidu, who will do the honors as the contest chair. Over to you, contest chair. Thank you.
Thank you, dear Chief Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Kaivalya, for the kind introduction. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. The purpose of a table topics contest is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, to recognize individual Toastmasters as an encouragement to all, to provide an opportunity for all Toastmasters to learn by observing speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training and recognize the value of impromptu speaking. We have 4 contestants today, and I confirm that all contestants are eligible, have been briefed about the rules, timings, and the display of timing signals. The Chief Judge has confirmed that the contest officials have been briefed. Each contestant will deliver a speech within a time limit of 1 to 2 minutes. All contestants will receive the same topic, which will be of a general nature. After each contestant has spoken, a minute of silence shall be observed for the judges to mark their ballots. After the last contestant has spoken, 3 minutes of silence shall be observed for the judges to finalize their ballot and hand over their ballots to the tally counters. The speaking order was determined by random selection during the briefing, which has been shared with the contest officials. At this juncture, the agenda also reflects the correct speaking order, just in case any contest officials would like to note, which is the first contestant is Toastmaster Akash Bhojraj. The second contestant is Toastmaster Piyush Udan. Third contestant, Toastmaster Tamanna Ahuja. And fourth contestant is Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair. As mentioned by the Sergeant at Arms, may I remind you to keep your audio on mute and video turned off during the contest. Chief Judge, DTM Nagappan Palaniappan, please confirm if all the contest officials are in the room and we may begin the contest.
Thanks, Contest Chair, DTM Mayank Naidu. I could see all the contest officials here. Only one point to notice, I request all the judges to hand over the ballots to the respective ballot counters, that is either Toastmaster Sheena or Toastmaster Abhilash. I hope you are clear with it. In case if you have any query, please connect with me in WhatsApp. Second one, I request the timers, Toastmaster Kailash and Toastmaster Sakshi, to send the timing report to me in WhatsApp at the end of the contest. Thank you. All the officials are here and they have been briefed about the contest. We may begin the contest.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nagappan sir, Chief Judge, for confirming the same. Dear Chief Judge, I am holding 3 topics with me. This one is having the serial number as 2. The next one is serial number 1, and this is serial number 3. Please let me know which topic you wish to choose for the table topic contest.
Sure. Can we have it in spotlight? Okay. Sorry, can we have the contest chair in the spotlight? Yes, I could see all the 3. Yes, let's go with number 3. You are right,
Okay.
right hand.
All right. I will hold the chit number 3 in my hand. It's visible. And we will proceed with the contest proceedings. Tech Master, kindly open the breakout room and move all the contestants except the contestant number 1 and the Sergeant at Arms. Please confirm once it is done.
Master, can you confirm whether they all moved to the record room?
Yes, they all are in breakout rooms. Prashant, can you confirm?
Yes, all the other three contestants are in the breakout room. I have no contestants is joining with 2 devices. Mr. Contest Chair or the Chief Judge.
It has been informed that none of the contestants are joining with 2 devices. I request the Chief Sergeant at Arms to also check and confirm the case. Maybe.
Yes, none of them have joined using 2 devices.
Thanks
cannot
for
see.
that confirmation. Zoom Master, may I request you to please spotlight contestant number 1?
Request to pause. Let the contestants be taken to the other room first. They have not yet gone there.
Okay.
It is confirmed that all the contestants are joining only with 1 device.
Thanks for that confirmation.
I request contestant 1 to start their video so that we can spotlight.
Please pause. Zoom Master, can you please shift all the contestants to the breakout room except contestant number 1? They haven't yet gone there. They're still seen here.
Who is there?
I request all the other 3 contestants to please move to the breakout room.
I have seen them in the breakout room, so I don't think they are here.
Okay, I can see them maybe because I'm the host. Okay,
Yeah,
maybe.
yeah.
Yes.
Okay.
No one is here. I checked.
Okay. Sorry about that.
Even I cannot see them.
Okay.
Yes.
Contestant number 1, can you please raise your hand so that I can turn on?
I am unable to start the video.
Yeah. So can you just raise your hand?
Yes,
I have
can
raised
you
my
start
hand.
the video?
Through the Toastmaster Akash Bhojraj.
I have raised the hand, but I still cannot start the video.
Oh,
You can.
Maybe the host can start the video.
Oh, it looks like a technical glitch from his side.
Can you try again, Akash?
I am continuously trying. It is saying you cannot start video because
Wait.
host has stopped it.
Okay, I have open permission for that. So just try one more time.
No, it is still saying host has stopped it. Okay, now I can start. Okay. Yes.
Okay, I can see table topics contestant 1, Toastmaster Club of Pune, Akash Bhojraj. Okay, Toastmaster Akash, kindly confirm if you can see the timer 1 and view the timing signal now.
Yes, I can view the timing signals.
Okay. To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. I will serve Pune Toastmasters movement as a leader.
I will serve Pune Toastmasters. I will serve Pune's Toastmaster as a leader.
Thank you. You are visible and audible to us. I will now invite contestant number 1 and read the topic chosen by the Chief Judge. Toastmaster Akash, your topic is: you always pass failure on your way to success. You always pass failure on your way to success. Toastmaster Akash.
Fellow Toastmasters, area manager, and judges, my topic is you pass failure while on the path to success. It's a basic feeling where anytime you do any work or be productive, being productive, it is possible you've always encountered a few hiccups and glitches here and there. My mantra for this is to keep moving forward. I have seen a basic video where there is a lot of emphasis on keep moving forward. It was quoted by Walt Disney saying that as Walt Disney had multiple things to do and could not sustain, he kept moving forward. He kept his head in it and kept moving forward without anything, without any going through any, we can say, he kept moving forward even if he had many problems while problems while in his life. So the basis here is I myself have gone through so many things where when I applied for a job, it was not going ahead. The things were not moving forward, but I still persisted on it. And even if you fail, you try it again, you try, and soon you will succeed. So finally, I would like to say, the more you try, the more you can succeed. And it is not just that this saying, it is the persistence which is the most valued part of being an individual, where you focus on keeping ahead, keeping your head down, working, and the success will come. I'm sure we all have seen failures throughout our life, but these are not the last. So finally, we just keep moving forward and let the failures go by, and then we will pass and go ahead. Thank you.
May I request the host to please allow me to switch on the video?
Can you try now?
Yes, thank you. We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. I can see the table topic contestant to Toastmaster Piyush in the room. Toastmaster Piyush, may I request Zoom Master to please spotlight contestant number 2, Toastmaster Piyush, and kindly confirm if you see the timer 1 and view the timing signal now.
Yes, I can.
Okay. To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. I will serve Pune Toastmasters movement as a leader.
I will serve Pune Toastmasters movement as a leader.
Thank you. You are clearly visible and audible. Toastmaster Piyush, your topic is, Toastmaster Piyush, you always pass failure on your way to success. You always pass failure on your way to success. Toastmaster Piyush.
Good evening, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, respected area directors, and dear guests. In order to succeed, you must
cross the stepping stones of failures. I would like to draw an analogy from the world of cricket. I myself was an under 16 cricket player. So as you can understand, I am really very passionate about the game, about the sport. And you know what? Sport teaches us one very important thing, that in order to succeed, everyone at some point or the other has to fail. And this rule applies to even the greats, be it Sir Don Bradman, be it Sunil Gavaskar, be it Sachin Tendulkar, or be it Mr. Virat Kohli. So I remember the World Cup of 2003. Indian cricket team had reached the final in South Africa. The final was played against the mighty Aussies. And you know what? We had the highest run scorer in the World Cup in the tournament in our team, the master blaster, Sachin Tendulkar. It seemed as if destiny had finally come to reward the efforts that this little genius had put into the game. And it was not just his efforts into the game. He had risen an entire country. He had given hope to an entire country because of all his efforts, his consistency, his off-ground polite behavior, exceptional sportsmanship. And as you all know what happened that day, we lost the World Cup. The very next World Cup, 2007, we were considered that, okay, yeah, we should do good because we were finalists last time around. We exited the group stage and people began to think, okay, is this the end for Sachin Tendulkar? But no, in 2011, despite all the failures in the past World Cups, India won the World Cup. And this example clearly highlights that in order to be successful, there are failures along the way and you need to embrace it. Thank you, and over to you, contest chair.
We will now observe a minute of silence for the judges to mark their ballots, please. I see contestant number 3, Toastmaster Tamanna Ahuja, in the room. May I request the Zoom master to please spotlight contestant number 3, Toastmaster Tamanna Ahuja.
She is spotlighted.
Okay, thank you. Toastmaster Tamanna, kindly confirm if you can see the timer 1 and view the timing signal.
Yes, I can see.
Thanks for the confirmation. To check your audio and video signal, please repeat after me. I will serve Pune Toastmasters movement as a leader.
I will serve Pune Toastmasters movement as a leader.
Thank you. You are clearly audible and visible. Toastmaster Tamanna Ahuja, you always pass failure on your way to success. You always pass failure on your way to success. Toastmaster Tamanna.
Recently, I was watching one video of Shah Rukh Khan. I never knew Shah Rukh Khan had seen so many failures. When he just started acting in television, he had done many serials which we don't know about. They were flops. After almost 4 serials, he became successful. when people see your success, they don't realize how many failures you have gone through. If you want to see success, you'll have to go through failures. You will not know what doesn't work. Like Sir Edison said, when he was creating the bulb, he said, I didn't fail 1,000 times. I learned 10,000 10,000 ways in which it doesn't work. He didn't call them failures. When you're trying, like I'm trying to find out what is good career option for me, I've seen so many, I've tried so many things. I'm trying to become a motivational speaker. I joined music classes. I tried acting. I had been to an acting theater workshop, but I realized I don't enjoy it. So while I'm trying to find out what I'm good at, I have to go through so many things which I'm not good at. So if you want success, you have to go through failures. Failures are stepping stones to success. So you actually have to step on all these failures to actually see success. Over to you, contest chair. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Tamanna. We will now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Toastmaster Tamanna, you may switch off your video and be on mute, please.
Yes.
I can see Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair, contestant number 4 in the room. May I request Zoom Master to spotlight contestant number 4, Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair.
Is spotlighted.
Thank you for the confirmation, Zoom Master. Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair, kindly confirm if you can see the timing signals. The timer.
Yes, I can see. I can see. I can see green, yellow, and red.
Thanks for that confirmation. In order to check your audio and video, please repeat after me. I will serve Pune Toastmasters movement as a leader.
I will serve Pune Toastmasters movement as a leader.
Thanks for that confirmation. You are clearly audible and visible. Toastmaster Lakshmi, you always pass failure on your way to success. You always pass failure on your way to success, Toastmaster Lakshmi.
Thank you for the topic, Toastmaster Mike. You always pass failure to see success. I think this is one statement with which right now, at this point in my life, I can totally relate. Because I have seen such a failure, the rock bottom in my life last year. And today, I think I stand in the face of success. So last year, post-COVID, I had lots of plans the year before last when I quit my corporate job and took up my journey as an entrepreneur and a writer. But unfortunately, last year, I was infected with COVID. I thought it's just a phase. After COVID, I'll get back to my dreams. But it was not that easy. After COVID, I went into a phase of long COVID. And then I had almost all health issues, including intermittent headaches and depression and whatnot. I saw the darkest phase of my life. None of my plans worked. I couldn't work at all for the entire year. But then this year beginning, I got back to my feet. I wrote my first book and I got it published last week. Next week, it is the launch of my first published book. So I am standing at the face of success after seeing the deep, dark gorge of failure. So yes, you have to pass through failure to see success. Over to you, Table Topics Master.
Thank you, Toastmaster Lakshmi. We shall now observe 3-minute silence to enable the judges to finalize their ballots and hand over to the tally counters. Tech Master, please move the Chief Judge and tally counters to the breakout room and confirm once it is done.
After collecting the ballots.
Yes. Chief Judge, kindly confirm if the ballots have been collected by tally counters and Tech Master, please move the Chief Judge and tally counters to the breakout room after the confirmation from Chief Judge and confirm once done, please.
Okay.
Zoom Master, can you check ballot counter Toastmaster Abhilash, whether if he is moved to the room?
I have raised my hand. Please no. I have renamed as ballot counter PT Tmcp South.
Please move him to the breakout room, Zoom Master. Also, Chief Judge DTM Nagappan needs to be moved to the breakout room, please. Kindly unmute Chief Judge. He is trying to speak something.
Can you make me co-host? I want to do the screen sharing. I am unable to do that in the breakout room.
You are a co-host.
Okay, okay, thanks. I will go back and try that. Please assign me to the breakout room.
Done.
Zoom Master, we have Ruchika who has entered the waiting room. please admit as appropriate.
Admitted.
Thank you.
Have the ballot counters gone to breakout room? Prashant?
Both the ballot counters are in the breakout room.
So maybe we can announce break here for a couple of minutes, and when we resume, the next contest can begin immediately.
Okay.
DTM Mayank, can you
Yes.
please announce the break for 2 minutes? You can just say.
Okay, sure. Dear friends, we will have a break now, and I will hand it over back to the Chief Sergeant at Arms to announce how once we resume. Timer, kindly start the timer for 2 minutes break. Thank you. Over to the Chief Sergeant at Arms.
Chief Judge DTM Nagappan, are you guys back in this room?
Yes, we are back.
Okay. Kaivalya, who is the next Sergeant at Arms? We are running late. We have to hurry up. Is it Priyanka now?
Yes.
Priyanka, please unmute yourself.
Done. Thank you.
Yeah.
Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. Welcome to International Speech Contest of Toastmasters Club of Pune. I'm Sergeant at Arms Priyanka Thakur, again welcoming you in this online contest. The mission of Toastmasters Club of Pune is to provide positive and supportive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. A quick recap on the rules that needs to be respected during the contest. All attendees must mute their audio at all the time unless instructed otherwise by the contest chair. Do not share your screen unless asked by the host. For the duration of contest, please have your video turned off and audio on the mute. The contestants to follow rules explained during the briefing. In case your video is allowed to be on and the contest is in progress, kindly refrain from making movements that can distract speaker. If you need to move, please turn off your video before doing so. Once the contest chair starts the contest, this virtual meeting room will be locked and the waiting room shall be enabled. You will be able to leave, but will be admitted to the meeting room only during the minute of silence. All the contest officials are required to follow suggested naming convention, which has been shared prior to this contest. Now, please welcome contest chair, Toastmaster Ankita, who has graduated as an urban planner and is currently pursuing MBA. Her hobbies include playing chess and singing. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Priyanka. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. The International Speech Contest is the only contest that goes beyond the district to the region, quarterfinal, semi-final, and all the way to the finals of World Championship of Public Speaking. The purpose of a speech contest is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, to recognize individual Toastmasters as an encouragement to all, and to provide an opportunity for all Toastmasters to learn by observing speakers who have benefited from their Toastmasters training. We have two contestants, Toastmaster Tej Sharma, Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair. I confirm all contestants are eligible, have been briefed about the rules, timings, and the display of timing signals. The Chief Judge has confirmed that the contest officials have been briefed. Each contestant will deliver a speech within a time limit of 5 to 7 minutes. After each contestant has spoken, a minute of silence shall be observed for the judges to mark their ballots. After the last contestant had spoken, 3 minutes of silence shall be observed for the judges to finalize their ballot and hand over their ballots to the tally counter. The speaking order was determined by random selection during the briefing, which has been shared with the contest officials. As mentioned by the Sergeant at Arms, may I remind you to keep your audio on mute and video turned off throughout the contest. Chief Judge Toastmaster Abhilash, please confirm all contest officials are in the room and we may begin the contest.
Yes, you may begin the contest. All the contest officials are here.
Thank you, Chief Judge. I would request to spotlight contestant number 1, Toastmaster Tej Sharma. Hello, Toastmaster Tej Sharma. Kindly confirm if you can see the timer 1 and view the timing signal. To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. Change the world by being yourself.
Change the world by being yourself.
Yes, you are audible and visible. Thank you. Toastmaster Tej Sharma. My voyage of self-growth. My voyage of self-growth, Tej Sharma.
Good evening, Toastmasters and everyone. Growing up is not easy. It has its own challenges. Having a good and supportive family, wonderful friends, mentors, and a positive environment helps in this space to pass smoothly and reduces the harsh impact of the growing years in one's life. Not everyone can have what they want, and everybody goes through different challenges while growing up. People that go through unpleasant and dark experiences have a tough pathway to go through in the roller coaster known as life. But it is up to us or them to either make them or break them. We eventually learn through our experiences the concepts of self-love, self-growth, how to be assertive, and the ability to say no without any fear. I have gone through some unpleasant and dark experiences in the walk of life. These experiences span out from bullying in school and junior college life, unpleasant family environment, and a depressing environment which I only created for myself while tackling these scary and helpless circumstances. In my school life and junior college life, I was bullied for my appearance, the way I talk and walk, my sensitive nature, and the unwanted skill to cry for the smallest of the small moments in my class. People would target my character by referencing me to some hurtful names. In my family, the environment was full of negative vibes. Due to the turbulent relationship between my grandmother and my mother, I used to feel as a sandwich between them, which led to me being quiet and keeping unpleasant and dark thoughts to myself. I used to distance myself from my own family and to the rest of the world, and used to think that there's no room for good people in this cruel world. These two horrific experiences have scarred me in a negative way, which has made me a submissive person, a people pleaser, and had the thought of feeling guilty when using this humongous word known as no. But it is high time that I bring my soul and body from this dirt hole and bring a change in my life. For God's sake, I am 23 years old and a change is desperately required. The biggest change would be keeping my mind healthy and erasing these deep black thoughts from my system. This would be possible by opening up and saying my thoughts without any ifs or buts and improve the dynamics in my family. This will lead to a positive family environment and I will be at sane. By doing this, I will eat the benefits of a good environment and be an assertive person and not be a people pleaser. This change is coming from two contributing factors in my life. With the support and constant encouragement from my mother, I was able to burn the bridges with her, form a healthy relationship with her, and tackle my imposter syndrome. She has been my rock and transformed me into a better version of myself. The prosperous impact of Toastmasters has given me a platform where I can share my views, be confident, and not be ashamed of being an introvert person. Hence, I will always be grateful towards this great organization. The ability of saying no will eventually come by practicing it on my own family and then to the rest of the world. These 15 fruitful months in my life have seen some outstanding changes in my personality development. Right now, the present me is quite confident, little bit assertive, and somewhat not a people pleaser, and is able to give this speech in this ISC contest without any fear. People in my environment have said that they can see a 95% change in my personality, and I can also see these changes physically and mentally. There is an improvement in my body language, being assertive and vocal, and being happy with a proper smile on my face. And there's nothing now or in the near future that will bring me down and make me feel miserable. When people say bring a change in your personality immediately, I often laugh at them and think to myself and ponder that this is not an overnight change. In fact, it is a 23-year-old journey that I had to deal with myself. No one knows the pain that I have gone through, but it is the past and I should move on and make the rest of my life a prosperous and a fruitful one. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you. We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Moving on with the contest, please spotlight contestant number 2, Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair. Kindly confirm if you can see the timer 1 and view the timing signal.
Yes, I can see green, yellow, and red. Yellow again.
Yes. To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. Change the world by being yourself.
Change the world by being yourself.
Yes, you're audible and visible. Thank you. Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair. Who are they? Who are they? Lakshmi Nair.
Thank you, contest chair. Before you assume, try this crazy method called asking. This is one advice which I keep giving to people these days. More so after I attended a course training in Delhi 2 years back. Good evening, contest chair, chief judge and panel of judges, fellow Toastmasters and guests. My husband and I, we decided to do a course together. We successfully completed the examination, but to get the final certificate, we were required to undergo a classroom training, a 5-day classroom training. Now, the venue for this training, the nearest one for us was Mumbai. But there was also a venue available in Delhi. And we had lots of friends in Delhi. So we made a plan. We decided to choose Delhi as a venue for training. The plan was to attend the 5-day class and then during the weekend, go for sightseeing in Delhi and meet up with our friends and then get back home. So the training began. The first day was uneventful. After the customary classroom introduction where you give your name and the nature of the job you do, the classes began. The classes were full-day classes which started at 9 in the morning and ended at 4 in the evening. In between, we had 3 breaks. Now, during the breaks, though we chatted with our batchmates, my husband and I, we usually stuck together. By evening, we started getting curious glances. On the second day, a batchmate walked up to us with his cup of tea during the tea break. We started a conversation. So he asked, "Where do you guys stay?" We told him about the hotel where we had booked rooms for the week. He nodded and then came the second question. "What are you planning to do in the evening?" So we replied that probably after class, we might go for some street food hunting, or maybe we will decide to stay in our room and relax, depending on our mood. After that, whenever we walked into the classroom, we found people stealing glances at us. Sometimes they would just pretend to read a book and then peek at us from under it. Sometimes they would look at us from the corner of their eyes and quickly change their glance when our gaze met theirs. By the evening of the second day, we kind of realized that what is happening. And we decided to play along. From the next day on, we stuck to each other together more often and more closely. After we reached the classroom, my husband would help me take off my coat. It was winter and very cold in Delhi. So he would help me take off my coat and then he would help me sit. I would be clinging on to him every time we moved around during the break time. And then again, we would always be whispering to each other and laughing during break times. Some people smiled at us. Some people gave us disapproving glances. And some people looked lost. Anyways, we had a lot of fun. We giggled a lot at a little joke. And we learned a lot about banking and finance during that week. Now, it was time for the final day. The principal of the organization came down that day to meet and greet the batch. After the event was over, the principal said, "Before we all disperse, I have a question for Mr. Pramod and Madam Lakshmi. Mr. Pramod, you are from Pune, and Madam Lakshmi, you are from Kerala. Madam Lakshmi, for you, the nearest venue is Chennai. And Mr. Pramod, for you, the nearest venue is Mumbai. Then why did you both choose Delhi as your venue?" Now the entire hall became silent. Everybody were looking at us. My husband stood up, and as all the eager eyes looked on, he smiled and said, "Now we understand what caused the confusion. Actually, the addresses in our IDs are different. She is my wife, and we are doing this course together." A surprised, broad grin came into the face of the principal and also on the faces of all the audience. As the day ended, we shook hands and bid adieu to our batchmates. Some of them smiled and said, "We never thought you were husband and wife." As we walked back to book our seats for Delhi Darshan the next day, I was lost in thought. I was thinking, why are we so obsessed about what other people are doing? Why do people often judge the book by its cover? Should we even be judging a book by its cover? Do you have an answer, Madam Contest Chair? Over to you. Thank you.
Thank you. We shall now observe 3 minutes silence for the judges to finalize their ballots and hand over to the tally counters.
Prashant, Zoom Master, can you please confirm if the breakout rooms are functional? I got a message saying breakout rooms will close in 43 seconds.
Yeah, because one member was yet to given the message, so I'm
Okay.
opening it now.
Okay.
Give me a moment.
Okay, you are resetting that. Okay, thank you. To save on time, can we proceed with the preliminary work of the next contest? I ask you all because we are running late. Kanchan, Sonik, are you ready? I think we'll have to make you contest chair, co-host.
Thank you, DTM Prasad. Yes, I am.
Okay. Kaivalya, who is the SA for this segment?
I am the SA.
Okay. So proceed, because
With
by
your
the time
permission, DTM Prasad, can I introduce DTM Kanchan directly, or do I read your mission statement?
I'm just checking whether the chief judge for that contest is here. Rabin, are you there, Rabin? We'll have to make him co-host.
Yes, yes, I'm
okay.
present here.
Okay, okay. Kaivalya, please proceed.
Sure. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters, distinguished Toastmasters, area directors, and guests. I am the Chief Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Kaivalya Gune. Welcome you all again to this online contest. The mission of the Toastmasters Club is to provide a supportive and a positive learning experience in which members are empowered to develop communication and leadership skills, resulting in greater self-confidence and personal growth. Now let me again announce some of the rules that will need to be respected during this contest. All attendees must mute their audio at all times unless instructed otherwise by the contest chair. Do not share your screen unless asked by the host. For the duration of the contest, please turn off your video and keep audio on mute. The contestants to follow the rules explained during the briefing. In case your video is allowed to be on and the contestant is in progress, kindly refrain from movements that distract the speaker. In case you need to move, please turn off your video before doing so. Once the contest chair starts the contest, this virtual waiting room will be locked and the waiting room shall be enabled. You will be able to leave but will be admitted to the meeting room only during the minute of silence. All the contest officials are required to follow only the suggested naming convention that has been shared prior to this contest itself. Now, let us welcome the contest chair of the Table Topics Speech Contest of Toastmasters Club of Pune South. Our contest chair is a passionate trainer with an overall experience of 12 years in corporate world. She is vocal in behavioral training and has mastered the art in communication and personality development sessions. She is an executive assistant for over 10 years and is currently working with Whirlpool Global Technology and supporting global director. She has been a Toastmasters for over 5 years and has been associated with 4 Toastmasters Club and has achieved the highest award, Distinguished Toastmaster Member. She is President of Wonders of Women Toastmasters Club the first only women club in the District 98. She loves to travel and loves driving and riding. She has driven 3 lakh kilometers on her car and has traveled nearly all the states of India. She loves to write poems and enjoys music and dance. Please welcome distinguished Toastmaster Kanchan Soni. Over to the contest chair.
Thank you. Thank you, Sergeant at Arms, Toastmaster Cavalier. Greetings, fellow Toastmasters and distinguished guests. The purpose of a table topic contest is to provide an opportunity for speakers to improve their speaking abilities, to recognize individual Toastmasters as an encouragement to all, to provide an opportunity for all Toastmasters to learn by observing speakers who have been benefited from their Toastmasters training, and to recognize the value of impromptu speaking. We have 11 contestants. I confirm all the contestants are eligible, have been briefed about the rules, timings, and the display of timing signals. The chief judge has confirmed that the contest officials have been briefed. Each contestant will deliver a speech within a time limit of 1 to 2 minutes. All contestants will receive the same topic, which will be given of a general nature. After each contestant has spoken, a minute of silence shall be observed for all the judges to mark their ballots. After the last contestant has spoken, 3 minutes of silence shall be observed for the judges to finalize their ballot and hand over the ballots to the tally counter. The speaking order was determined by random selection during the briefing, which has been shared with all the contest officials. As mentioned by the Sergeant at Arms Toastmaster Cavalier, may I remind you to keep your audio on mute and the video turned off throughout the contest. Chief Judge, Distinguished Toastmaster Nagappan, Chief Judge, Toastmaster Rabin, would you please confirm all the contest officials in the room have been briefed, and maybe please begin the contest?
Yes, all contest officials have been briefed, and yes, we can start the contest. Thank you.
May I request contest chair to please read out the sequence of speakers once so that the judges can write that in advance on the ballots.
It has been shared already. However, I would repeat again. The sequence of the speaking order for all the Toastmasters today for the table topic contestant are Toastmaster Pratik, Pratik, Toastmaster Sandeep, who is going second. The third speaker would be Toastmaster SMK Rishi. Contestant number 4 would be Toastmaster Tushar, Tushar. Contestant number 5 would be Toastmaster Ashi. Contestant number 6 would be Toastmaster Sumanta. Contestant number 7 is Toastmaster Jayavant. Contestant number 8 is Toastmaster Hemant. Contestant number 9 is Toastmaster Shashank. Contestant number 10 is Toastmaster Toral. And contestant number 11 is Toastmaster Pranita. With that, I would continue. Thank you, Chief Judge, Toastmaster Rabin, for doing the honor with the details. I have the topic with me handy. Would you please turn on your video and let me know? I have 3 chits, number 1, 2, and 3. Which one to go? Can you see the 3 orders here? With the
Yes.
Okay.
I choose number 1.
You choose number 1 and I take it here. I would request the Zoom master to kindly open the breakout room and move all the contestants except the contestant number 1. And Sergeant at Arms to please follow the contestants in the breakout room.
There is a request.
Please, yeah, go ahead.
All contestants should rename themselves as TT1, TT2, TT3, and so on, so that the Zoom master can easily shift them to the breakout room. And those whose contests are over now, please rename yourself as your name and remove TT or something before your name. There's a request.
I request everyone to please ensure that only table topic contestant of TMCP South should be renamed with their nominations, the nomenclature which we have asked. Others, please go with your normal name for the Zoom right now. I would request everybody, you know your order, please mention it as TT1, TT2, TT3 and your name so that it is easier for the Zoom master to move you. I would request everybody else to go on mute because there's a lot of background noise which will ensure, which will disturb the contest today. So with that, Zoom master, would you please confirm that we have got all the 11 contestants who have renamed themselves?
No, I can only see 4 contestants have renamed.
Okay, I repeat, Toastmaster Prateek, you are number 1. Would you please go with TT_1? Toastmaster Sandeep, do we have you in the room? Can you please go with T2_2? Chief Judge, can we ensure that we have all the role players in the room?
Except for the contestant one, we have to shift all of this, correct, madam?
I understand, but I only see TT1, 3, 2, and 5 who have renamed. I repeat, I see the first contestant Prateek who has renamed. I can see Sandeep who has renamed. I can see Rishi. I don't see Tushar who has renamed himself as TT4. Do we have Tushar in the room?
I think Tushar is not even in the room.
Yeah, so I would request if we have a contestant group, if we can put that in the group, that we request all the table topic contestants to join. I only see 6 of us, seven of the participants.
The room is locked as of now. Do you want me to open it?
Please.
It is open. It
Yeah.
is open, not locked.
Okay. So as of now, I have 7 participants. We are missing on number 4, which is Tushar. We are missing on Sumanta, which is number 6. We are missing on, after Jayvant, it is Hemant Patel. We are missing on Toastmaster Hemant, who is number 8. We are missing on Toastmaster Pranita, who is number 11. Chief Judge, I will request you to please mention in a group where they are all added, to please ask them to join. Zoom Master, do you see any request with a different name for all of this if they have not renamed themselves in the room? Would you please help me out?
Sure.
Is Sergeant at Arms Dhruv present in the meeting?
I am sharing the names for everybody's reference in the chat. I think, yeah. Yeah, it's Toastmaster Jayavant. This is the order, and these are the people we need in our meeting room before we start the contest.
As of now, we have 7 only. 7
Yeah, I
contestants.
see that. I see that. We need 11 to start the contest.
No, not necessary. If they don't join when the contest begins, they are disqualified automatically. We cannot wait for them endlessly.
I understand that, Prasad. I'm waiting for a confirmation from Chief Judge.
Chief Judge, please confirm how much time do you want to wait for these guys?
Yeah. You want? Yes. I'm unmuting you. I think I don't have access. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm unmuted.
Sure.
I've already updated on the group 2 minutes back with the names of Tushar, Hemant, and Pranita. I have no response.
Sure, we will go ahead then with
I
that.
think we should go ahead now.
Sure. So leaving number 1, which is
Do we have
Toastmaster.
the sergeant at arms, Dhruv Rajor, in the room?
No, he's not here.
Then can I assign Priyanka?
Yeah. Priyanka, are you there?
I can see Priyanka in the room, Prasad.
Yes, it's okay for me. No issue.
Sure. So with your permission, Chief Judge Rabin, I would request the Zoom master to please move all the other contestants in the breakout room and do acknowledge us once it is done.
Rishi Kumar.
I
Join the breakout room.
Yes, now they are in the breakout room.
Yes. Okay. Thank you. With that, please, Zoom master, I would request you to please spotlight the contestant number 1, Toastmaster Prateek. I would request Toastmaster Prateek to please turn on the video. Thank you. Toastmaster Prateek, are you able
Yes,
to
ma'am.
see the timer window and the timing signal?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, timer, I would request you to change. Thank you.
May we lock the room, contest chair and chief judge?
Please, DTM Prasad, please go ahead and lock the room. Toastmaster Prateek, I would like to request you to repeat after me. I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
Okay, I'm proud to be a Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prateek. You are clearly audible and visible. Toastmaster Prateek, humanity is above all. Humanity is above all, Toastmaster Prateek.
Okay, humanity is all about. Good evening, Toastmasters. My topic is humanity is all about. There is no certain way to being a human. The definition of human is to helping others and do the particular things to encourage others. That is called humans. Humanity. Now current situation is going through the certain lives we have gone through the selfless life to increase our better lifestyle, but we see the foods to better human being. We go through the we go through the we go through the others in humanity is one of the most things we have to inbuild in our lifestyle. Okay, thank you. All to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Prateek. We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballot. Zoom Master, I would request you to please spotlight contestant number 2, Toastmaster Sandeep. Toastmaster Sandeep, kindly confirm if you can see the timing screen and the changing cards.
Yes, I can see.
Thank you. To check your audio and video, I would request you to please repeat after me. I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. Toastmaster Sandeep, humanity is above all. Humanity is above all. Toastmaster Sandeep.
It was 2015 December. I was on the way back to Chennai from my hometown, Bhubaneswar, Odisha. I was traveling with my intimate friend named Himanshu. It was third class AC, winter time. And I forget to take my wallet when I used my washing room. After an hour, I realized that I lost my wallet. It's not only wallet. The wallet had 5 credit cards, 1 debit cards, and important documents like license and also 5,000 rupees cash. I became manic. I became insane. I immediately ran around to find out my wallet. And I shouted there in the compartment, I lost my wallet. I lost my wallet. One gentleman came out saying that, what's your name? I said, Sandeep Kumar Mohanty. And he handed out wallet to me. That's called humanity. And you can imagine my joy, my happiness. That's called honesty. Thank you. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Sandeep. We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballot. So, Master, I would request you to spotlight contestant number 3, Toastmaster Rishi. Rishi, would you please confirm if you can see the timing window and the changing cards?
Yes, I can.
To confirm and check your audio and video, please repeat after me. I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
You're clearly audible and visible. Toastmaster Rishi, humanity is above all. Humanity is above all. Toastmaster Rishi.
Should I start?
Yes, please.
Thank you. Humanity is above everything. The very fact that we are human means that it is a part of our essence to be humane. Humanity is what makes us human. We are not followers of the law of the jungle. We stand beside each other, we stand for each other, and that is what we are meant to be, and that's what we are meant to do. If I was strong, it doesn't necessarily mean that I will harm the weak. Why? Because imbibed in me is the value of humanity. I don't follow the law of jungle where the strong kills the weak. In that case, the whole world will be spiraled into a cycle of destruction where only the strongest would survive. And in this world, it's not possible that one person can ever be the strongest. So this ensues a cycle of destruction, and this is certainly not how a civilization might progress. So in order for humanity to survive, to humanity to exist, uh, the most primary instinct which we have to follow is to help others, and that is to be humane. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Rishi. We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballot.
Am I audible and visible?
Thank you, Toastmaster Arshi. Would you please confirm that you can see the timing cards and the changing colors?
Yeah.
Okay. Contestant number 5, to check your audio and video, please repeat after me. I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
You're clearly audible and visible. Toastmaster Ashi, humanity is above all. Humanity is above all. Toastmaster Ashi.
What makes us human? In terms of evolution, how is it determined that we are evolving? If you go all the way back in time, the only difference between human beings and animals all the way back when we were cavemen was that there was a sense of empathy even then. That when an animal was attacking another person, no matter what the consequences would be, even though they couldn't speak or even communicate in a proper language, they would come to fend the other. They would take care of each other if it was raining. They would go hunting together. And that is what makes us human. The sense of being able to take care, being able to empathize, being able to understand that the other person also needs to be taken care of in a moment of danger, which is not something that you find in animals, but this is something that is a part of our being from the beginning of time. And since then, we've evolved through the years to understand what empathy means, to feel the pain of people who are all the way in Ukraine, in Russia, right now at war, and we are empathizing with them. And this part of us has been with us since the dawn of time, because that's what makes us human. There's nothing more or greater than this. There's nothing bigger than experiencing humanity by simply taking the initiative, by simply having the thought of care that this person might be cold, or that person on the street, the beggar, is probably starving for days. And that's what makes us human. So humanity is us being able to take care and fend for each other when the time comes. Over to the Toastmaster.
Thank you, Toastmaster Ashi. We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballot. Toastmaster Jayavant, kindly confirm if you can see the timer card and the timing signals.
Yes, I can see.
To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
Would you please repeat? I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
You're clearly audible and visible, Toastmaster Jayavant.
Okay.
Toastmaster Jayavant, humanity is above all. Humanity is above all, Toastmaster Jayavant.
Good evening, fellow Toastmaster and esteemed guests. Humanity is all about, like, I'm agog to get this topic. As we know the quote by Ratan Tata, if you want to walk fast, walk alone. If you want to walk far, walk together. And I do respect the thought process which is carrying by Ratan Tata. And that is true example of leadership who truly give that humanity is above all. We take many more examples, and every time he has proved that. As leader says that we are not businessmen, we are industrialists, and the main focus will be on humanity. Being the attack at Taj or being country is going through a difficult situation, that is pandemic COVID situation. Every time Mr. Ratan Tata proved that humanity is all about. And we should get that message. And I truly inspired by his quotes as well as the message, the example he has set, not for the country, but all over the world, who is respected by everyone. And I think that is the true example of humanity is all about. Over to you, contestant.
Thank you, Toastmaster Jayavant. We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 9, Toastmaster Shashank. Kindly confirm if you can see the timing cards and the changing colors.
Green, yellow, red.
To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
I'm proud to be a Toastmaster.
You're audible and visible.
Thank you.
Toastmaster Shashank, humanity is above all. Humanity is above all, Toastmaster Shashank.
Feb 24th was a day when Russia invaded Ukraine. All of the people in Russia, in St. Petersburg, protested against that. That Putin was not doing correct. And day before yesterday, when I saw a news, when a soldier was captured in Ukraine, all the people were helping him, offering him of food, and offered him a telephone so that he can call his family and say he's safe. That was the definition of humanity against everything else. See, the political concerns of the countries do not match, but only thing that affects are the people. And the people, when they come forward, the humanity wins. And so I was in 12th grade and I saw one child, a small child. He was begging. And I was in the canteen having some food. But he just touched me, said, and I just gave him whatever I had. And so I didn't have anything in my pocket, but I gave that child so that he can have something. I can go home and have anything. So I believe humanity above all is how we can make this world a better place on this ship. Thank you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Shashank. We shall now observe a minute's silence for the judges to mark their ballots. Contestant number 10, kindly confirm if you can see the timing cards and the changing colors.
Green, yellow, red. Yes, I can see them.
To check your audio and video, please repeat after me. I am proud to be a Toastmaster.
I'm proud to be a Toastmaster.
You are clearly audible and visible. Toastmaster Toral, humanity is above all. Humanity is above all. Toastmaster Toral.
Thank you, Contest Chair, for giving me such a beautiful topic. In fact, I spoke about this topic in my speech contest also today. And I really relate to this topic, humanity is above all. So what is it that makes us different from other creatures? The only difference that we and other creatures have is the power to think. And once we start thinking, we need to think not only about ourselves, but also about other things in life, about other people in life. All the creatures around us do not have this kind of an ability to think. Now, once when we start thinking, the question is, what is it that we need to think so that we can lead a good life? It is said that you live a life only once, but if you live it once, that is more than enough. If you live it right, it is more than enough. So once we have this power of thinking, we need to understand what is it that makes us happy? What is it that puts us above, in a pedestal, above all the other creatures? And that is humanity. Humanity is when we can touch other people's lives, when we can make a difference in other people's lives, when we are sensitive to other things in life. It is only when we have this thing about being sensitive to people can we be humans. Humans in the sense when we are able to make a difference in someone else's life. And so I would definitely say humanity, the power of compassion, the power to help somebody out, that is the power that we need to utilize, and that comes to us only as human beings. Thank you. Over to you, contest chair.
Thank you, Toastmaster Toril. We shall now observe 3 minutes of silence to enable the judges to finalize their ballet and hand it over to the tally counters. Thank you, timer. Zoom master, would you please move the chief judge and the tally counters to the breakout room and confirm once they are in the breakout room?
Yes, they are already in the breakout room.
Sure. In the meanwhile, would you please share the contestant participation certificates? Zoom Master, would you please share the certificates for their participation?
The certificates will be emailed by respective VPs.
Thank you.
Participation certificates.
Thank you, Contest Chair. We would wait for the Chief Judge to be back in the room. Do we have all the contestants in the room? Yes, Prasad.
We had decided not to conduct contestant interviews or give them
No, no.
certificates here.
I
So
just wanted to
we
capture
can-
a moment
Yeah,
if we
sure.
are all there. Zoom Master, if you can, I would request all the table topic contestants to please turn on your video. We can all be spotlighted, take a picture together, and then follow the proceedings.
And
yes. So all the table topic contestants from TCMP South, TMCP South, please turn on your videos. We would capture the moment. So Master, please help me to get them spotlighted and we click it together. Thank you. I would request everybody in that case to keep your videos on, give us the best smiles, and repeat after me. I'm proud to be a Toastmaster.
Actually, there are few more.
Let them be.
Yeah, Ashi,
here.
Jayvant, Rishi, I would request you to please turn on your videos. Thank you. Give us your best smiles because you don't know on which screen you are, but we know that we are proud to be a Toastmaster. Zoom Master, please let us know when you have clicked the moment.
Yeah, capturing now. Capture, thank you.
Thank you. Do we have the Chief Judge in the room?
But we had earlier contest, so we can start with the results of the first contest, and
Sure.
by then they will join.
Definitely. Do let me know when I have to declare my results. Over to the first contest chair to share the results.
Are we sharing the results first or we're felicitating role players?
So
as per agenda, that's how it is, I think.
Okay. So Rabin, are you back?
We were waiting for you. And
Acha. Yeah. I'm back. I was just
Okay.
preparing the certificates.
Sure. So if we can go to the felicitation, I would hand it over to our Chief Judge, Toastmaster Rabin, to take this session ahead.
Yes,
So Rabin,
thank you.
So Rabin, to answer your question, it is the winners felicitation. Rest all certification will be emailed by respective VPs, soft copy.
Yeah. But role players we have to felicitate, no?
No, not possible in time constraint, due to time constraint.
So I would like to confirm to
Oh,
all of
okay.
you thank you for being there, helping us to ensure that the contest was amazing. Your certificates and the participation certificates would be emailed to you by your respective chief judge and the VP education. With that, I hand it over to the first contest chair to declare the results.
Please unmute the contest chair.
Nandan, I'm sending you the results now.
Yeah.
So we can read.
You're sending it through the chat?
WhatsApp.
Yeah, it has been a wonderful competition, and it is time to present the results of the International Speech Contest. thanks to all the contest officials who have done a wonderful job, and audience has also responded quite wonderfully and in a very appreciative stance. So it is time to present the results of the international speech contest. There were no disqualifications on the basis of time, what it looks like. Now, the third place.
Is my screen visible to all?
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, there has been no disqualifications as we discussed. Thank you. And the third place winner is Ashish Snigdha Upadhyay. Let us give her a big hand on this wonderful achievement. Now we will go over to the second place. The second place has been won by Toastmaster Toral Parekh. Wonderful achievement again. All the participants had done a very good job, and then getting a second place in this situation as definitely a great achievement. And now we will go to the first place. The wonderful achievement has been done by Shashank, Toastmaster Shashank Singh. Thank you very much, and over to.
Hello. Yeah, thank you so much.
Okay, now
I thank the TMCP South for giving me this opportunity, and I hand over this virtual stage to the
second
contest
chair.
Ankita Dev, please.
Mayank, over to you.
Thank you, Toastmaster Nandan. It's now time to see the results of table topics contest of TMCP. And I wish to inform, as I received the details from Chief Judge, there are no disqualifications on the basis of time. And I will start sharing the results now, starting from the third place winner is Toastmaster Tamanna Ahuja. Can we have a huge round of applause for Toastmaster Tamanna Ahuja, please? Can we spotlight Tamanna so that we can click a picture with the certificate, dear Zoom Master?
Capture.
Thank you for confirming that. Now, it's time to know who has won the second place. And second place has won by Toastmaster Piyush Udan. A round of applause for Toastmaster Piyush Udan for winning the second place in the table topics contest of TMCP. Zoom Master, kindly spotlight Toastmaster Piyush and click his picture with the certificate.
Capture.
Thank you. It's now the time to know the winner of Toastmasters Club of Pune table topics contest, who will represent the club at the area level contest. And the winner is Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair. A round of applause for Toastmaster Lakshmi and all the winners. Zoom Master, please spotlight Toastmaster Lakshmi and click a picture with the certificate.
Capture.
Thank you. I will now hand over the control to the next contest chair. It has been an honor to serve the Toastmasters in this contest as the contest chair, and we will keep serving and helping and supporting and growing each other. Over to you, Sergeant at Arms, Chief Judge.
Who is the next contest chair?
Next contest chair is Toastmaster Ankita.
Ankita. Has
Hello,
she got?
sir. I haven't got access to Yeah. Thank you. So
Over
it
to you,
is,
Toastmaster Ankita.
yeah, thank you. Now it is time to present the results of International Speech Contest for TMCP. There were no disqualifications on the basis of time. So in the second place, we have Toastmaster Tej Sharma. Let's give him a big hand. In the first place, we have Toastmaster Lakshmi Nair. A huge round of applause to our winners. I thank the Toastmasters Club of Pune.
Sorry to interrupt you. Just a moment. I'm capturing the photo.
Yeah.
Capture. Can we have second winner didn't turn on his camera? So can we do that for second
Tej.
place?
Tej.
Yes, sir.
Turn your camera on, please.
So it's on.
Yes. Ankita, can you turn on your camera? Capture. Thank you.
Thank you, Zoom Master. I thank the Toastmasters Club of Pune for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And with that, I would like to hand over the virtual stage to our next contest chair, distinguished Toastmaster Kanchak Sonik.
Thank you, Toastmaster.
Over to you, ma'am. Yeah.
Toastmaster Ankita for doing the honors. Good evening, everyone. I enjoyed being your contest chair today, hearing the varied speeches and experiences and the enthusiasm of the contestants. A big thank you to the contest officials for an excellent job and for our wonderful audience for being so appreciative. It is time to present the results of the table topic contest of the Toastmasters Club of Pune South. With huge round of applause, I just want to tell you that there were no time disqualifications. With that, it is time to spill the beans and take the cat out of the bag right at the time. The third place winner for today's table topic contest of Toastmasters Club of Pune South is Toastmaster Ashi. Congratulations, Toastmaster Ashi. Would you please turn on your video? Congratulations.
Capture.
Thank you. With huge round of applause, I would like to call upon the second place winner of the table topic contest today. And the winner is Toastmaster Toral. Toastmaster Toral, would you please turn on your video so that we can have the privilege of taking a picture?
Capture.
Thank you. Keep your seat belts turned, locked, and your excitement at the right place, because I want to declare the winner. And the winner for this table topic contest, who will be representing Toastmasters Club of Pune South at the area level, is, and the winner is, and to all of you, the winner is Toastmaster Shashank. Congratulations, Toastmaster Shashank. You would be representing the Toastmasters Club of Pune South at the area level.
Actually, just wanted to confess, I wasn't expecting this. Table topic. Seriously.
So are you happy? Are you nervous? Or are you questioning the judges?
No, I'm both. I'm happy, I'm nervous.
Okay. So with huge round of applause for the nervous winner, Toastmaster Shashank. With that, I would request Zoom Master if you want them to spotlight it together, or we are done.
Done. We are done.
Then I would like to thank the club officials for giving me this wonderful opportunity. And I would like to hand over the virtual stage to the presiding officer before I've been kicked out of the meeting.
Thank you, Kanchan. we shall now have just brief few more minutes and we'll end. I know you have been here since 3:30. It has been a long day indeed. And now it's 7:14. It was a wonderful day with 4 contests wrapped up inside 3.5 hours. And let us applaud for all the role players who played a wonderful job for this. Okay, the judges whose names cannot be disclosed, most important role, yet no appreciation at all. So I'm sorry about that. That's how the rules are. But whoever you are, you know, we are clapping for you. Okay. The Sergeant at Arms for table topics, especially, who had to miss part of the contest because they were in the other room with the contestants. You know who you are, and I believe we can tell their names. Who were those 2 Sergeant at Arms? Priyanka Thakur was one, I know, and who was the other?
Toastmaster Kaivalya Gune.
Kaivalya. So both of them deserve a round of applause for missing the contest and yet helping us all. And there were other contest officials. Sergeant at Arms itself, we had few more. Kaivalya Gune was one, Priyanka was one, and few others were there as well. Let's applaud for them. Then we had 4 lovely contest chairs, starting with Nandan Bhojraj, DTM Mayank Naidu, Ankita Dev, and DTM Kanchan Sonik. We had timers in Kailash Sutar and who was the other timer?
Sakshi Pandey.
Sakshi Pandey, and we had third person as well. I got the results through somebody. Who's number right?
Akash.
Huh?
Akash.
Akash. Okay, so let's applaud for these 3 as well. Then we had Zoom Masters, Prashant Pote and Mayur Wagmode. Thank you, guys. We had tally counters, various tally counters. I believe the names were Sheena, Mayank, and Abhilash, Nagappan, Rabin, Prasad. So all of us applaud. The chief judges, there were 4 of us. I was the first one. And the other 3 were DTM Nagappan, Rabin Shetty, and Abhilash MG. So let's applaud for them as well. Did I miss out on anyone? Did I miss out any role player who played a role for today, but was not applauded right now? I think we applauded everyone. Okay. So congratulations to Shashank Singh for winning both the contests and Lakshmi Nair for winning both the contests. These 2 individuals will represent the club at the respective area contests. Lakshmi will represent our area P1 and Shashank will represent your area.
O3.
O3. The next week we have in-person meeting at Ferguson College Alumni Hall for TMCP. So those of you who are in Pune and want to attend that meeting, please attend. I would like to have quick feedback from some guests who are present here, non-Toastmaster guests.
So
May I request?
Prashant needs to be for closing remarks from TMCP.
That is later. That is later. We haven't closed the remarks yet. We are getting feedback from guests first. Quick feedback from guests, non-Toastmaster guests. Nityanandan is a guest from District 51, that is Malaysia.
Hi, I'm Nityanandan from District 51, Penang, Malaysia. So I'm happy to be at this contest. A good contest. I really enjoyed the contest. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any non-Toastmasters here amongst us right now?
They can raise their hand.
I don't think. I think they all have left. There were a few guests who were potential members and we wanted to ask them how their feedback was, but I think they have left. We'll have closing remarks from Prashant Pote and then it will come back to me for adjourning. Area Director for Area O3, Prashant Pote, Toastmaster. Can you please have closing remarks for on behalf of TMCP South, please?
Yeah. Thank you very much, distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Soni sir. Good evening, fellow Toastmasters and guests. I'm really delighted to witness these fabulous events, back-to-back contest of Toastmaster Club of Pune and Toastmaster Club of Pune South. Such contests would not be possible without the support extended by Toastmasters from across the clubs. I would like to thank Toastmasters from Backpackers Toastmasters Club, Wonders of Women Toastmasters Club, BNOI Melon Nagappan, Cummins Pune Toastmasters Club, Kharadi Toastmasters Club, and Toastmasters Club of Pune Northwest. Without the support from fellow Toastmasters from these clubs, our contest would not have been possible. So thank you very much. I would also like to thank distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Soni sir for being kind and allowing us to use his Zoom account for this contest. And distinguished Toastmaster Mayank Naidu and our Vice President Education, Toastmaster Sandeep, they have really toiled a lot to make sure that all the role players are in order for the contest. So I would like to thank them from bottom of my heart. Thank you everyone, and thank you all the role players. With your support, we could make this possible. Now I would like to hand it back to distinguished Toastmaster Prasad Soni sir.
One person I would like to specially thank, because I have been busy for the past few days. I'm attending Pune International Film Festival and I watch 6 movies a day, 4 movies a day and things like that. So during my absence, there are people who have led well and managed the judging part, managed the briefing part and so on. So Toastmaster Rabin Shetty as well as distinguished Toastmaster Nagappan, Palaniappan played their roles quite well in briefing people. But somebody who guided the entire team of contest officials as well as judges was distinguished Toastmaster Mayank Naidu. So I would like to have special applause for DTM Mayank Naidu for managing things well and taking on so many responsibilities and yet fulfilling all of them. He was the one who guided the posters team. He was the one who guided the judges. He was the one who guided the contest officials and so on. So well done, Mayank, in everything. I know you have put in a lot of efforts. Sleep well. The event has gone off well today.
Thank you, sir. Thank you so much.
Next time we meet, I owe you a coffee.
Sure. Thank you so much.
And on behalf of TMCP, we should thank Kaivalya Gune, who managed many things again in my absence. A relatively new member, less than 1 year in Toastmasters, and yet he supported quite well. The new contest chairs, whom we had briefed just a couple of days ago, they are not even 2 months, 3 months in Toastmasters, both Nandan and Ankita. They also deserve a round of applause. Is she there? Ankita, are you there? And
Yes,
unknown judges also deserve our applause. They can go out and come back in again with your real names now.
No, I wouldn't encourage that.
Okay. So J7 and J10, whoever you are, you know who you are. Thank you. Now we can hear speeches from Shashank and Lakshmi Nair in brief, speech of acceptance, if they are still there. Shashank is not seen. He's there. Shashank?
Yes, sir, I am there.
Okay. What we'll do is we'll adjourn the meeting because you are a contestant. So let's adjourn the meeting first. Meeting is adjourned. Now Shashank and Lakshmi can speak for a couple of minutes.